Welcome, dear friends. If you're watching this today, I want you to know that this message is meant especially for you. Whether you're in your 60s, 70s, 80s, or beyond, what I'm about to share with you comes from a place of deep respect and understanding. This isn't about chasing wealth or keeping up with anyone else. This is about discovering something far more precious. The secret to living a truly happy and contented life, no matter what your bank account looks like. You see, I've had the privilege of knowing many seniors over the years who don't have much money. Some live on modest pensions, others get by on very little. Yet when you meet them, there's something remarkable about them. They have a light in their eyes. They smile easily. They seem at peace with themselves and the world around them. And you might wonder, how is that possible? How can someone with so little be so genuinely happy, while others who have so much more seem restless and dissatisfied? The answer lies not in what they have, but in how they choose to live. These joyful elders have developed certain habits, simple but powerful ways of approaching each day that fill their hearts with contentment. Today, I want to share these secrets with you, because you deserve to know them. You deserve to experience this same peace and joy, regardless of your circumstances. Let me start by telling you about a gentleman I once knew named Mr. Henderson. He lived in a small apartment, just 2 rooms really, in a quiet neighborhood. His pension was modest, and he had to be careful with every dollar. But whenever you visited him, you'd find him humming softly to himself, tending to the herbs he grew on his windowsill, or sitting contentedly with a book from the library. One day, I asked him directly, "Mr. Henderson, how do you stay so happy when things are tight financially?" He looked at me with those kind, weathered eyes and said something I'll never forget. "My dear," he said, "I learned at my tea. Long time ago that happiness doesn't come from having more. It comes from wanting what you already have. That, my friends, is the first secret. Contentment. The happiest seniors I've known have mastered the art of appreciating what they have instead of constantly thinking about what they lack. They don't spend their days comparing their lives to their neighbors or to what they see on television. They don't measure their worth by the size of their homes or the newness of their cars. Instead, they look around at their lives and they say, 'This is enough. I am blessed.' Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Does this mean giving up on dreams or settling for less than you deserve? Not at all. It simply means stopping the exhausting habit of comparison that steals your peace. When you compare yourself to others, you're always looking at what you don't have. But when you practice contentment, you start noticing all the good things that are already present in your life. Your health, even if it's not perfect. Your family and friends who care about you. The roof over your head. The meal on your table. These things become treasures instead of things you take for granted. This brings me to the second secret, which is closely related. Simple living. The happiest seniors find joy in the small, everyday pleasures that cost nothing at all. Let me tell you about a couple I met years ago, Eleanor and Thomas. They lived in a tiny house with a garden out back. Their furniture was old, their car even older, but you should have seen the way they lived. Every morning they'd sit together with their coffee, watching the sun come up. They'd listen to the birds singing. They'd notice the way the light fell through the leaves of their apple tree. Eleanor would cook simple meals, nothing fancy, just good wholesome food made with care. And they'd eat together, really tasting the food, really being present with each other. That's what simple living looks like. It's about slowing down enough to notice and appreciate the beauty that's all around you every single day. It's the warmth of the sun on your face, the smell of fresh bread, the sound of rain on the roof, the sight of a flower blooming in your garden or in a pot on your balcony. These moments are free, and they're available to you right now, today. You don't need money to enjoy them. You just need to pay attention. The third secret might be the most important of all: relationships. Time and time again, I've seen that the seniors who are truly happy are those who have invested in their relationships with family, friends, and community. They understand something crucial. Love and connection multiply. They grow when you share them. Money, on the other hand, divides when you share it. But love? Love gets bigger. I remember a widow named Rose, who lived on a very small fixed income. She couldn't afford to take her grandchildren to expensive places or buy them fancy gifts. But those children adored her. Why? because she gave them something far more valuable than money. She gave them her time and her full attention. She'd tell them stories about the old days. She'd teach them to bake her special cookies. She'd sit with them and really listen when they talked about their lives. She'd write them letters, not emails, actual letters in her careful handwriting that they could keep forever. That's wealth, my friends. That's real treasure. If you want to be happy, invest in your relationships. Call your family members just to hear their voices. Invite friends over for tea, even if you can't serve anything fancy. Join a community group or a church or a senior center where you can connect with others. Volunteer somewhere that matters to you. These connections will fill your heart in ways that money never could. And here's something wonderful. When you're connected to others, when you're part of a community, you're never truly poor. You have people who care about you, who'll check on you, who'll celebrate with you and support you through hard times. The fourth secret is purpose. The happiest seniors I've known all have something that makes them feel useful and needed. Maybe it's tending a garden and sharing vegetables with neighbors. Maybe it's volunteering at a local school or hospital. Maybe it's caring for a pet or helping out with grandchildren. Maybe it's a hobby or craft that they've mastered and enjoy sharing with others. Whatever it is, they wake up each day knowing that they matter, that they have something to contribute. You see, retirement doesn't mean you stop being valuable. It doesn't mean your life no longer has meaning. But sometimes we can fall into the trap of thinking that because we're not working anymore, we're not needed. Nothing could be further from the truth. You have a lifetime of experience, wisdom and skills that the world needs. The question is, how will you share that? What will give your days purpose and direction? I encourage you to think about what makes you feel alive and useful. What can you do that brings you joy and helps others at the same time? It doesn't have to be something big or impressive. Small acts of kindness and service can fill your heart just as much as grand gestures. The key is to stay engaged, to remain active in whatever way you're able, to know that your presence in this world makes a difference. Now, let's talk about the fifth secret, and it's one that too many people overlook. Health. Your health is your real gold, especially as you get older. All the money in the world can't buy you good health once it's gone, but you can protect and nurture the health you have right now through simple, natural habits that don't cost much at all. The seniors I've known who age most gracefully are those who take care of their bodies in basic, consistent ways. They walk, not on expensive treadmills in fancy gyms, but outside, in their neighborhoods, in parks, wherever they can. Walking is perhaps the best medicine available, and it's absolutely free. It keeps your heart strong, your muscles active, your mind clear, and your spirits lifted. Even just 15 or 20 minutes a day makes a tremendous difference. They eat well, but simply. Home-cooked meals with vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, nothing complicated or expensive, just real food prepared with care. They drink plenty of water throughout the day. They get adequate rest, understanding that sleep is when your body repairs and renews itself. They spend time outdoors in the fresh air and sunshine whenever possible. They keep their minds active with reading, puzzles, conversations, learning new things, and they stay connected to others. Because, as we've already discussed, social connection is vital for both mental and physical health. Taking care of your health doesn't require expensive supplements or gym memberships or fancy equipment. It requires consistency and respect for your body. It requires treating yourself with the same care and kindness that you'd show to someone you love dearly, because you deserve that care. Your body has carried you through this entire life. Honor it with good habits, even if they're simple ones. And this brings me to the final and perhaps most powerful secret of all: gratitude. Every single happy senior I've known has cultivated a habit of thankfulness. They've learned to focus on what they have rather than what they lack. They say thank you for the small blessings that fill each day. Thank you for waking up this morning. Thank you for this food on my plate. Thank you for my family. Thank you for this sunny day. Thank you for the friend who called to check on me. Thank you for my hands that still work, my legs that still carry me, my mind that still thinks. Gratitude is like a pair of glasses that helps you see clearly. When you're not grateful, you see only what's missing. Your vision is clouded by lack and longing. But when you practice gratitude, suddenly you see abundance everywhere. You notice how much you actually have. You recognize blessings you've been taking for granted, and something shifts inside you. Where there was dissatisfaction, now there's peace. Where there was envy, now there's contentment. Where there was worry, now there's trust that you have enough, that you are enough. I encourage you to start a simple gratitude practice today. Each morning, when you wake up, before you even get out of bed, think of 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big things. In fact, it's often the small things that matter most. And then, throughout your day, continue noticing things to be thankful for. Make it a habit, a way of moving through the world. You'll be amazed at how this simple practice can transform your outlook and your mood. So, there you have it, my dear friends. These are the secrets of happy seniors who live joyfully despite limited means. Contentment with what you have. Simple living that appreciates everyday beauty. Strong relationships built on love and time. Purpose that makes you feel useful and needed. Health maintained through basic, natural habits. And gratitude that helps you see the abundance already present in your life. None of these secrets require money. None of them depend on your financial situation improving. They're all available to you right here, right now, today. The question is, will you embrace them? Will you make them part of how you live each day? I want you to understand something important. True wealth doesn't come from your bank account. It comes from the richness of your heart. It comes from the quality of your relationships. It comes from the meaning and purpose you find in each day. It comes from taking care of your health so you can enjoy this precious life. And it comes from a grateful spirit that sees blessings everywhere. You are not poor if you have people who love you. You are not poor if you can enjoy a beautiful sunset or the taste of good food. You are not poor if you have purpose and something to contribute. You are not poor if you have your health and the simple daily pleasures that make life sweet. You are not poor if your heart is filled with gratitude and contentment. So today, I want to challenge you. I want to encourage you to start practicing these habits. Choose one to focus on this week. Maybe it's contentment. Maybe it's reaching out to strengthen a relationship. Maybe it's finding a new purpose or taking better care of your health. Maybe it's simply starting a gratitude practice. Whatever speaks to you most, start there. And then, gradually, incorporate the others. Your later years can be the most beautiful, peaceful, and joyful time of your life. Not because everything is perfect, not because you have everything you want, but because you've learned what truly matters. You've learned where real happiness comes from, and you've chosen to live in a way that honors that wisdom. Before I close, I want to ask you to do something important. If this message has touched your heart, if you've found value in these secrets, please share this video with other seniors who might benefit from hearing it. Subscribe to this channel so you can receive more content designed specifically to help and encourage you. And most importantly, leave a comment below telling me which of these secrets resonates most with you. Which one will you focus on first? I'd love to hear from you and learn about your journey toward greater happiness and contentment. Remember, my friends, you are valuable, you are worthy, you are enough. And you have everything you need, right now, to live a rich and beautiful life. May you embrace these simple secrets. May you find deep contentment and lasting joy. And may you know, truly know, that the best wealth of all is the wealth of a grateful heart surrounded by love. Thank you for watching, and may you be blessed with peace and happiness all your days.